Now we want to invite for short statements of appreciation, and we'll start with the Inspector General of Police.
His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Presidentbio, the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Mohammed Jallo, Ministers of Government here present, officers of the ASLAP and SLP here present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by thanking God for His blessings in my life so far. Mary was not the only virgin, but she was blessed by God to bear Jesus Christ as her son. I want to thank God for that one. I also want to thank His Excellency the President for the confidence and the trust reposed in me to hold the highest office in the sierraleone police. 29 years ago, His Excellency engaged me. I was a teacher at the FSSG and was asking me, what do you want to do as a career in the future? I know this is not a job, a permanent job. He said, go into the military. I said, no, my father was a policeman, so I would choose to go to the police service. And he said, yeah, I was no problem with that one. And during my time as a recruit in the training school, I think I stand out as the first recruit to be visited by a vice chairman of a government. That was in my time. I thank the president for that one. I never knew that 29 years down the road, this same president who visited me in the training school as a recruit will also decorate me as the inspector. For that, I'm very grateful. I want to assure His Excellency, I want to reaffirm my commitment to uphold the core functions of the SLP and to provide the right leadership. I also want to assure you that I work closely with other colleagues in the security sector to contribute to the peace and security of this country. I also want to thank my family members, my senior brother, retired Brigadier General Dr. Safodi, my wife, Matilda, and my children, at two men abroad, for standing by me through all these turbulent times to reach this particular level. I want to thank everybody else, well-wishers, colleagues in the SOP, and I want to crave your support so that I can succeed in this office as Inspector General of Police. Finally, I want to thank everybody for being here to share this moment with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for such an emotional journey with His Excellency the President. I also now invite the Chief of Defense Staff for a statement of appreciation.
Your Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, please allow me to stand on existing protocols. Your Excellency, it is an honor to be appointed to the position of Chief of Defense Staff, and equally a privilege for me to lead the sons and daughters of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. There are many whom I should like to thank. Therefore, on behalf of my colleague, appointees and promotees, please allow me to start with God Almighty for His divine grace upon our lives, and to thank you, Your Excellency, for appointing me as Chief of Defense Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. So on behalf of my colleagues here present, and on my personal account, we are particularly grateful for these promotion and appointments, and for the confidence reposed in me and the leadership of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, as demonstrated by your promotion of general ranking officers. I'm humbled by this honor. I would like to thank your government and people of Sierra Leone for their trust in the ASLAF. Officers, men and women of the armed forces are very grateful for the confidence reposed in me to assume the responsibility for the full command and administration of the ASLAF. This confidence, with God on my side, will not be misplaced. Let me especially thank the Minister for Defense and the Deputy for their political guidance, and to the Director General and the MS branch in the Ministry for making sure that this investiture ceremony is realized today, even at a very short notice. Sir, with boundless gratitude for the confidence placed in me, and with an unswerving resolve to honor that trust, I wish to extend my deepest appreciation to your leadership as our Commander-in-Chief and to assure you of our loyalty and commitment to you, the government, and people of this country. The ASLAF will continue to remain loyal, professional in serving the people of this country, and to uphold the peace, stability, and tranquility of the state, and we safeguard steadfastly our territorial integrity, national development, and prosperity. Let me at this stage, Your Excellency, thank our family members, especially our dear wives, for their unflinching support throughout our sojourn in the armed forces. I want to particularly thank our workmates, that is our colleagues, officers, men and women, for their commitment and dedication in serving our great country. I have to doff my hat for the men and women of ASLAF for their service to the nation. Even as I'm speaking, they are out there, rain or shine, working. I must say thank you to them. Your Excellency, let me humbly use this occasion to solicit support from the relevant ministries, especially the Ministry of Finance, for their continued support towards ASLAF programs and activities in meeting our operational requirements. It must be understood that force capabilities and preparedness are tied up to the availability of resources. The Ministry of Finance has over the years been the only source of funds for defense activities. I would therefore, on behalf of the ASLAF, thank them for their support and will always look forward to their continued support. Before I bring the curtain down on these few comments, let me present to you, especially those of us in offices, a few wise words for an unknown author. That the sky is so big, the stars are so many, shining in the sky, representing all of us, that you need not put down another man's star for your own to shine. Today, mine has shown. Your Excellency, distinguished personalities, thank you very much for your rapt attention, and may God bless all of us. Thank you.